Hey, before we even get started, I want to give all of my farmers like an awesome ovation for what you do. So I was asking Cara what exactly she wanted me to speak about, and she was like, you, and I was like, nah, that's boring. She was like, nah, do that. I was like, all right, cool. So my backdrop, my story is, I wasn't raised on a farm. I'm trying to back up off the mic just in case I'm too loud. But let me start by saying I wasn't raised on a farm, right? But when I started seeing the opportunity for agriculture and for the youth, that's when I started grinding. I started hanging it out. Now, for you guys that might not understand like some of the slang that I use, right? I'm gonna try to keep you upbeat on it. You know what I mean? So like, don't lose it. So, Master Blend Family Farms was established in 2012, right? And with that being the case, it started out as a dream simply on paper, nothing else. But then I started looking at the research, and I got with Mom and Dad, and I was like, yo, Mom and Dad, wait, let me do this too. So my family, my circle, my team, Master Blend Family Farms, can I please have a round of applause for them? It's essential for me to give credit to my team because without my team, you don't have Ron. All right, we're gonna keep that straight. The next part, you know what I mean, and not to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but to the big man upstairs, like I gotta shout that out because I wouldn't be here in front of you guys today if it wasn't for him. Okay? Woo! So taking it a step further, I've pretty much walked any scheme of life that you can think of. So I slept in the car. I learned a lot about the four corners of my car the time that I slept in my car. 1987 Park Avenue. I was raised by a single mother. She turned out to, she raised 4 kids. And of the 4 kids, all of them turned out to be extraordinary. But statistically, we were told that we were going to be the failures, okay? So I had one sister, and she's an attorney. I have a brother that's an athletic director, and then he's also a teacher. His major is business. I have another brother, Jason Simmons, so he passed at a young age, but like he was the powerhouse, he was the driving force of what Master Blend is today. But to keep everything on track, because I only had 30 minutes, so you're going to have to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn to really catch the story, okay? Hey, y'all call that opportunity with marketing, right? So like, I really want to keep you in step. So to be a farmer, like the reason that I wanted a round of applause for my farmers is because you have to have so many different hats. You can't just be the farmer. Now, me, I like playing in the dirt. But my dad, and he's not here today, he's not feeling the best, Mr. James McGowan, he made it a point to make me be the face. So originally the idea was for me to just say, hey, so Dad is the driving force, and then I would be on the side of the stage, and I'm like, go Dad, go. But what happened was he actually left me on the stage, and he was like, dude, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? But in saying all of that, what I look at when it comes to agriculture is I've never had so many opportunities in my life to be able to tour the world, to tour at least the state of North Carolina, Atlanta, so many other potential opportunities if it wasn't for agriculture, right? So you guys need to really understand what agriculture is, and we'll take it a step further just to instill in you guys this afternoon the awesome lunch that was contributed from Feast Down East. I'm gonna stop Master Blend and I'm gonna spin on Feast Down East so that you guys can really understand what the fundamentals and what the mission of Feast Down East is. The way I understand it, Feast Down East is supposed to be that unit that gets the food from those that are oversaturated with it into the different neighborhoods of the individuals that don't have that commodity, right? In saying that right there, me personally, I think it's like a primal move to always back Feast Down East. I didn't word that politically correct, please don't kill me. But I say it because I was devastated with the last few hurricanes that we had. And what bothered me was I wasn't able to get to those different households of the individuals that had catastrophic events happen, and I couldn't be the aid. Just for the record, and like I said, you guys are going to learn more lingo. So for the past 6 years, Ronald Simmons, Master Blend, had been one of those individuals that had been interpreted as a one-man wrecking ball, right? If it wasn't for the help of my wife, it actually came on and said, hey, step it back a little bit, right? If you don't nourish you, you can't get back to what you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta give hats off to all the ladies in here to keep the guys in check. Hey guys, I sold out, I'm sorry. I got 10 years under my belt with this lady, you know what I'm saying? So hey, I gotta shout it out. But again, if you don't remember nothing else, please remember what I said about freestyle needs. Okay? Now I'm gonna give you back on this MB thing. This acronym, MB. So it was started in 2012. It was initially supposed to be a hobby. Today, I'm saying, and this is just me thinking optimistic, always thinking about the different goals and objectives that I want to achieve, it turned into a powerhouse. Master Blend Family Farms is a pasture-raised operation. The hogs were born, bred, raised on the farm. In 2015, we got real silly with it and decided we were going to put a retail space on the farm because I wanted to always render convenience to the customer base. It got real wicked in 2016 because I was sitting here thinking to myself, I'm just going to keep playing in the dirt. I love playing in the dirt. Well, everybody else was telling me, hey, so we need you here, we need you there. And I was like, nah, I ain't really got all that. Just let me stay in the mud. Let me make sure that this thing is rocking. And that's all I'm concerned with. One of the extension agents actually came to me and she told me, she said, Ron, it's not just about agriculture. You're a mobile. You're starting to make it shake. You're catching the attention of individuals that were saying that it couldn't be done. You gotta understand, I was told when I was started that it couldn't be done. I walked in the store at my day job one day, and the cats, they were making bets. And I didn't know what they were betting on. They were throwing like $5, $1. And I was like, what y'all betting on? We're betting you're not gonna make it. I was like, for real? Yeah, dude, hey, Ron, so you gotta understand it's a lot of work. We don't think you really cut out for that. And I was like, hey, so I work my day job real hard, right? So wouldn't I work my own just a little bit harder? Well, then I started analyzing what was going on. And I started seeing that, okay, me, Ron, as an individual, I need to be twice as good. But if I'm twice as good, technically I'm twice as good. Better than the average, you know what I'm saying? But what comes from that, farmer, you gotta be hungry. How determined are you? I got an auntie in here this afternoon, she's a minister, and she told me, she said, Ron, regardless of how challenging it gets, you never give up. How bad you want it? I started sitting there scratching by myself, and I was like, okay, so USDA told me no, because my label wasn't really official. Let me battle with them. I battled with USDA 6 months just to get my labels approved. My signature labels approved. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So you have the basic and then you have the signature. I'm about that signature. I want to mean something. When I sit down with the students at FFA meetings, when I'm talking with the students at the school, I want to mean something. I want to show them, now you got to understand this other part now, because see, there's a whole lot to this. I don't want to lose none of y'all. You got to walk by example with this thing, right? So I got 2 daughters, 20 and 18. 2 awesome daughters, 20 and 18, right? I got to lead by example. I can't tell my daughters, yo, I need you to go to school, stay academically like you're supposed to be, play sports, stay focused on what you're supposed to do, go out, have fun, be responsible. I can't tell them that if I'm not doing that. It starts at home. This is one of the products of the individual that was raised by the community, right? So my grandmother, my awesome auntie, my neighbor, the lady up the street. All of them took turns wearing my behind out just to make sure I was on the right track. And then they would laugh about it whenever they were eating, you know what I'm saying? Like we just did, I told him that. But he gonna turn out to be good. He will appreciate it later. And now I appreciate it. If it wasn't for how I was raised, I wouldn't be standing in front of you today. I got way off track. So let me talk about the genetics for a second. So MB, we specialize in purebred genetics, and then we also take it a step further and do crossbred genetics, which is what is preferred by my actual buyers. So we deal with the Chester Whites, the Berkshires, the Durocs, the Yorkshires, and the Hats. But we bring each of those genetics on board because each one renders a specific quality that we're looking for in the product. I can't go to Whole Foods and say, hey, Whole Foods, I got this pig. Well, what is it? We're looking for the three-way cost. Oh, man, I got to go back and do my research. This whole thing of agriculture is about research, right? I mentioned to you guys that I was raised on a farm. So I had to learn everything through the school of hard knocks. Awesome tool, but it'll cost you an arm and a leg and a big toe and a thigh too. But if you work it right, those things that were once challenges that were supposed to knock you down, they build you up and you become stronger than you were before because you learned. Am I right, farmer? Just checking, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I'm staying linked with my team right here. Because see, this is the other thing that you guys got to do. So you're going to enjoy awesome food with Feast Down East, but you got to network with Feast Down East, right? So whenever you see what's going on, look, follow Feast Down East just to see what they're doing. So look, if I give $20, where's my $20 going? Oh man, so somebody else ate. Oh man, that's serious. My wife would kill me because I messed around and give away the whole check. Ron, you have lost your mind. But I mean, that's just what it is. My brother, he was telling me the stories of how with him teaching different students, you got students that are passionate for what they do, but they don't have anything to lose because they're living in their car, like Ron, once upon a time. Well, they're pushing a little bit harder. They ain't got nothing to lose, so they put it all in. They give them 100%. In ag, you better give 120%. I'm just talking to my farmers again, you feel me? You feel me? It's not about just saying, okay, so I'm good for the day. You go when you don't want to go, and you go when you feel like it. When you got the cooties, which is what I call it, and I pick on my kids whenever they have snotty noses and stuff, I'm like, yo, you got the cooties. She's like, Dad, you nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, but on the flip side, we go get it. I'm gonna do better school. I'm just gonna do better, I promise. Leading up to 2018 was those smaller things that were just as important, such as winning the Small Business Challenge in Duplin County. In Duplin County, when it came to the Small Business Challenge, I didn't really take it serious because I was really into just the grind. I gotta make sure I'm putting food on the table. My wife is upset with me because I ain't been on vacation in 7 years. I gotta make sure I'm putting food on the table. And gas in the car. And my daughter needs some new shoes because they got holes in them. And my wife was like, Mom, you see that girl walking out of here like that? That small business challenge was the build up to becoming the small farmer of the year for North Carolina, right? And whenever I looked at that, I didn't even grab what it really was. But my mom pulled me to the side. She said, now boy, listen here. What are your plans with this award? I said, well, Mom, I'm gonna just take off at lunchtime, go pick up the award and go back home and keep working. She said, no, you're not. I said, well, that was my plan. She said, let's try that one more time. I said, well, Mama, I'll just take off one day. So I'll leave late from work and I'll shoot up there and pick up the award and then shoot that one day and then I'll go back to work. She said, son, look at me when I'm talking to you, son. Mm-hmm. If you don't take your hind parts, let me stop. This is off the record. So my mother today is 60, I'm 37, and I know she'll still put them hands on me. She said, so boy, this is what you're gonna do. I said, okay. She said, you're gonna take off after work on Tuesday and you're gonna live in the moment. You're gonna accept that award. You're gonna live, bask in it, and then you can go back to work Monday morning. I said, Mom, I can't do that. She said, what do you mean? Well, Mama, you gotta understand, y'all didn't raise me that way. Right? So like, just, let me see. So the majority of you guys are a tad bit, a smidgen bit older than myself. So y'all remember them times when Mama would come up in there and she'd say, boy, get your tail up. And you'd be like, And then she wear you out and you running around the room. Y'all remember that? Before it became what it is today. I broke it. My bad. But in any event, I was very obedient because I was afraid of the repercussions of not doing what my mom told me to do. And really, I thought that the 2018 award, the Small Farmer of the Year, I thought that was pretty much the end of it. So I lived it, I loved it, just because I was afraid of my mom backhanding me. And then we kept taking it a little bit further. We started looking at the science of agriculture. So I started sitting there thinking to myself, with me specializing in pigs, how can we improve? How can we become more efficient? How can we become more profitable? So we started looking at the genetics and just saying, okay, so out on the original farm, there's 83 sows. We started looking at, okay, so there's 83 sows, but how many are actually producing what they're supposed to do so that we can cash flow? You gotta understand, me not being raised on the farm, that wasn't really important in the beginning. So I started looking at the number of pigs born, the number of pigs weaned, livability being increased, feed conversions, looking at the profitability of 1 square foot on that farm. You don't know how catastrophic it is to walk across the farm one day and be looking and be thinking, oh my God, so they've been there 6 months and they ain't put no pigs on the ground. We gotta change this. I started building my team and my team started taking more interest in it because they were realizing, okay, so this dude is super determined, but now we're gonna ramp it up a little bit because they all understood, he got our back, so we got his. All right, so this was another moment when my wife was ready to kill me, y'all. So I started hiring people. My wife was like, Ron, hey, it's getting tight. Slow it down a little bit. And what I realized with that was, as I kept adding people anyway, my wife looked at me and I started realizing there'll be times as I'm sharing this pie, I'm gonna be giving out slices of this pie, even though I'm left with just a pan and a few crumbs in it. But what I learned with that was, as long as I fed my team and I didn't have anything, my team would pull me along so we could keep going. That momentum was just rocking. You couldn't stop it. It was like a train with no brakes. That's the analogy we use now. Master Blend is a train with no brakes. You can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can tell the enthusiasm in my voice, right? Like, I'm about this right here. This is what we do. 365. I really broke my car. I started taking it a little bit further after we started looking at the genetics, the feed conversions, the profitability per square foot on the farm, and I started thinking to myself, okay, so how do we enhance this even better? I'm gonna be honest, my circle at the table, a lot of times they were saying, this guy has lost his mind. My nephew has lost his everlasting mind. My son-in-law has lost his everlasting mind. However, they kept me going. And so we started looking at the retail space on the farm so that every customer could be comfortable. Then we started looking at the logistical aspect on the farm so that whereas there were some individuals that couldn't get to us, we could get to them. Then we started looking at crossing state lines. Then we started looking at marketing. One-man wrecking ball. I'm trying to get it. The next aspect of it was actually bringing in other small farmers. How can I rock with small farmers so that they eat at the table too? So that's when Carl was like, Ron, we considering, we thinking real hard, we're gonna vote on it, we'll get back with you, and we're gonna let you in Feast Down East, let's rock. I'm like, okay. But now, hey Carl, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna blow it out the box. I'm not politically correct. We got moves to make. When we start talking about CSA, hey Jordan, where you at? Jordan? No, that was my lifeline. But we started talking about CSAs, community sustained farming. And I was thinking to myself, how can we make an impact? Because you don't understand how it is when you see somebody that's really sitting there, they hungry, and we wasting food. You know, there was a lot of food going in over there. I know it was, you know what I'm saying? But you think about how many people out here in the community that ain't got nothing to eat, right? Now, the way I was raised, I was still that cat even today, and my wife would kill me for this too. I know, I'm gonna get the beat down, I know. I'm that guy that would still eat a nab. I don't know if y'all know what a nab is. But I'm that cat, I'll still get that nab for 59 cents, 99 cents, I gotta have it. I'm on a budget. Oodles and noodles budget, right? But at some point in time, the goal is to graduate to the bologna sandwich. You know what I'm saying? To the little people such as myself, that bologna sandwich is a steak. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to the top, baby. But keep in mind that individual on the curb that you walked past that didn't have anything to eat. All I'm saying is, there's enough people in this room to make an impact in Wilmington. There's enough people in this room to make an impact throughout Eastern North Carolina. You just have to make up your mind what you want to do. And I don't mean to be reiterating this thing over and over, but one thing about it, whenever you see a problem, start brainstorming on that solution, right? Make it happen. Make something happen. It ain't worth 2 cents if we just talk about it, but we don't come up with a solution to get that out the way and move to the next one. I got individuals that talk to me at different schools and different universities, and they always rap to me about, Ron, so this is the issue right here. Okay, what's your solution? Well, we hadn't gotten that far yet, but this is the issue right here. Well, look, on the way up here, I know you were thinking of a million solutions. All of them may not be realistic, all of them may not be within the scope. But if you mention that idea and we get this room together, we can come up with a solution to fix that problem. But it starts with one person, which I'm trying to be that person. I'm trying to be that dude that's making it shake. And again, I'll work on being politically correct. Let's talk about these numbers on MB right quick. In 2014, I had a target on my back every time I walked in the house. My wife was ready to crucify me for brick. Gross profit, looking like horrible, real horrible. Nothing to even write home about. And whenever it got real hard, I could get on the phone. I said, Mom, it's real tight. She'd be like, baby, keep pushing. Keep right on getting it. I'd be like, Mom, it's hard. She'd be like, yeah, life is hard, but you'll get over it. Keep pushing. Around 2016, we started noticing the tide change a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, we ain't really making a lot of money, but we moving a lot of money. Starting to feel good. Started jumping around there in 2018. So whereas that big green bar right there, whereas it fell, what you notice is you're making more money. So for the individuals that know economics, you already know what time it is, baby. That working capital is gearing up. It's time to make a move. Well, then you start looking at, how can we sow a seed? Because it ain't just about you. 30 minutes. I'm sorry, if anybody felt like it was about you, I'm sorry, it's wrong. You got to sow a seed up in here. You got to pay that thing forward, right? I'm going to tell y'all how my baby hurt my feelings, my youngest. I call myself sowing seeds. And so I would go to the schools and I would listen to the different parents of the different students that didn't have the resources to get the jerseys that were required to play these extracurricular activities. I said, well, this is the perfect opportunity for Master Glenn, right? Let's go in there, let's do something. I ain't want to be one just talking about it. Let's go do something, right? So you had duffel bags for the cheerleaders. You had basketball jerseys for the boys and girls basketball team. You had the soccer shorts. You had the baseball caps. My daughter came to me, Dad. I was like, what? And Dad, you did all this cool stuff for all the kids at school, but you ain't been to none of my games. Ron had to check yourself real quick, like, right? All my appointments for the day are canceled. I'm going to my daughter's game. Ron, what you mean? Hey, dude, you don't even understand. My daughter comes first. It ain't always about this right here, right? You got to understand, farmers are a dying breed. So you got to get these kids educated and enthusiastic on agriculture so that we can keep nourishing the world. It's not just North Carolina. It's the globe, coast to coast. I think the statistics are saying that the average farmer today is, 56, 57? Something like that right there. I'm close even if I ain't dead on it, but you know what I'm talking about. But if you can get, so like little buckethead up here at this circle, at this table right here, if I can get her to think that pigs are cute, and then I can turn around and say, hey babe, you can't have a dog, but you can have 30 pigs. Yay, I want 30 pigs. Yay, Daddy Peppa Pig. Wait, no. But we have to harness this thing. We got to take responsibility for this thing, and we got to make a difference. I feel like I'm at a campaign, man. Like, my bad. Hey, that's what y'all killing me, man. So these are the little shots of Master Blend's general store, what we have. And again, I started looking at profitability. I got to figure out a way to separate myself from everybody else. I was actually asked, hey Ron, so I like everything you saying. It sounds all good and everything, baby. Well, what make you so different from everything else? Everybody else. Oh man, wait a minute. Okay. We got to do something spicy up in here. So we started coming up with a different type of sausage, not just the average sausage. But then I was like, man, what if they ain't got no way to cook the sausage? Well, let's come up with some barbecue where you just boil it for 3 minutes and then you roll with it. Okay, that's hot. Well, then one of my youngest employees at Master Blend, she said, you can't have barbecue if you ain't got sauce. I was like, you fired. I'm just playing. So then we started looking at the research, and my youngest daughter developed a little recipe, and now we're going to bottle that, and that way I keep her enthusiastic on it. Invest in yours. Okay, all right. Y'all looking alive now a little bit. I'm warming you up. Being that I don't have a green thumb, I made it a point to deal with the small farmers so that they could bring their different products that they produced in the fields to the shop. I'm not trying to sit here and negotiate on your price, what you want for it, boom, that's what it is. Now it's available for the community. Let's make it pop. Before it go bad, let's give it to somebody that can use it. A church, a school. Let's give it to somebody that can use it so it don't go to waste. Because like I said, somebody hungry up in there. At some point, there were a lot of people saying, this guy has lost his mind. I might have, but I'm going to keep doing it. Because it's definitely something to talk about. It's a great conversation over a nice glass of wine, Chardonnay, something like that. This slide right here was the episode when we really started banging it out with the schools. And it was so cool to receive videos from different students talking about, thank you so much, Master Blend, for everything you do. And their parents are saying, who in the devil is Master Blend? We've seen him year after year after year, and we don't know who it is. We just see the name on the jersey, we see the name on the duffel bag. And I was like, okay, so the next move is to hit the television screen. Let's make that pop too. And one of the objectives was to always be a headline in the newspaper, and just didn't want it to be for anything negative. And then we were able to somersault and make that happen too. Long story short with this thing, you gotta be hungry, baby, and everybody in here eats. And my farmer right here on the front row, he looking like, hey, look, anytime you're hungry, you holler at me, I got you. This slide right here pretty much represented whenever we had students come out to the farm. And I'm gonna tell you guys that being able to have students from Maryland, different kids from Maryland, Philadelphia, that thought that chicken nuggets came from McDonald's. Hey, it was super cool to be able to say, hey, you see that bird walking over there eating the bugs off of the stuff in the garden? That's nasty. I said, that's your chicken nuggets. They said, ew, nah. I was like, yeah. But it was cool to be able to have the kids come out and actually see animals in the true setting. So I pulled my farmers together. I said, hey, I got this plan. They were like, dude, we ain't messing with you. Every plan you come up with is crazy. I was like, nah, this is going to work, I promise. They were like, are we going to be paid? I said, no, but you going to eat for free. They said, we in. I said, all right, cool. And so what we did, I had a gentleman that specialized in cattle operations, and so he brought some cattle out there. I had another young man that brought some goats out there. I had my dad, he was like, Ron, I don't normally let my chickens out the coop. But being that it's you, and I get a free meal, we'll let them out today. But you gonna help me catch it tonight. I was like, damn, I'm too old, baby. It don't move like it used to, baby. But we made it a point to let the kids see the animals in the true environment. We took it a step further and we put PowerPoint presentations together so that they could not only see it, but then be exposed to the literature that comes behind it. And then they got the goodie bags so that they had something to take home and show to their parents and say, Mom, look at where I went today. That's that doggone Master Blend again. Where was it at, son? Mom, it's right up the street. It is not. We have traveled this road 30 years and there ain't never been a sign that said Master Blend Farm. You gotta understand we were on a budget. But we made it work. And these individuals on this slide right here is one of the other reasons that I'm able to stand before you guys today, because they believe in what we do. Empire Foods was one of the first individuals that gambled on Master Blend. But it was critical trying to get in there. So what happened was I set up a long executive table with about 8 chefs on each side and one mean little lady like 5.52, something like that. She was like 5'2". She was from New York and she was pop. And she was like, and she interrogated me. Ron, can you handle this? Do you think you can handle this? Can you handle the capacity? How many times can you get it to us? Are you sure that you can? Finally, one of the chefs looked at me and he said, Hey, Mel, chill. Just give him a shot. If you're going to give him a shot, we'll let him go. She gave me the shot. She said, bring me 1 pig. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you. I said, all right, that's cool. I had some of my gang looking at me and they were like, dude, you're not going to Raleigh for 1 pig. I said, yes, I am. Because that 1 pig turned into 2 pigs, that turned into 8 pigs, that turned into 15 pigs. Chase me. Well, then it got a little hotter and everybody was looking at him like, this is the Master Blend guy. So we've been hearing about him. We ain't seen him yet, but we've been hearing about him. And so then Jason Smith came up to me. Hey, man, look, man, let's talk for a second. I was like, dude, I've been watching you for 2 years. I wanted my product in your place for 2 years. He said, well, now's the time to make it happen. And that turned into a snowball effect. And everybody started jumping on board. Hey, let's get on this Master Blend train and see what's really happening around here. That's why I'm standing in front of you today. It won't possible without them right there. But they took a chance. Now, I say to you guys, hey, gamble on Feast Down East. See what's going on. See if there's any truth to it. And you know if I'm in the mix, you know it's crazy. You know it's crazy. But we got you. We ain't gonna let you down. Oh, and there's my marketing pitch. Like me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, baby. 365. I want the feedback from you guys. I want to know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. what parts I could work on and make it a little bit better. I like that constructive criticism. Hey, is this the moment when we do a question and answer session? I was just playing. Thank you guys so much for having me, baby.